4. Here they ask to solve equations by graphs and algebra. Graphs, well, that's qualitative, and you're looking at a picture and see what crosses what. And it's a good way for getting qualitative results. Quantitative, not so good. But here we go. It has to solve the equation x squared plus 9 equals 0. Well, if we graph it, you get this parabola, which misses the real line, the axis entirely. So there's no real number solution. So this is unsolvable in the real numbers. Now, if we try algebra, let's see, x squared plus 9 equals 0. So x squared is negative 9. So x is plus or minus the square root of negative 9. Oops. Square roots aren't defined on negative numbers, at least not in the real numbers. So these are not a real number. Now, we can solve it. The solutions are plus or minus 3i, where I is the square root of negative 1. But that's for much later. We'll deal with that later. Here, solve 4 minus x minus 4 equals 5x plus 12. Well, we graph x y equals x minus 4, graph y equals 5x plus 12. They meet at a point, and it turns out to be at negative 4 by negative 8. That, however, is a matter of seeing as accurately as it graphs and as accurately as your eyes see it. Frankly, I think that solving equations by graphing is more like carpentry than like mathematics. To do it properly by algebra, you set x equal to 4, minus 4 equal to 5x plus 12, transpose the 4 to the right, the 5x to the left, negative 4x equals 16, x equals 16 over negative 4, x equals negative 4, and there's your solution. Same as this, of course. Here they ask to solve 16x to the 4th equals 625. Well, a graphing calculator will give you a graph of y equals 16x to the 4th. It looks sort of like a parabola, only a lot blunter nosed. And 625 is a horizontal line. And you can find it, and these will be at x equals 2.5 and x equals negative 2.5. Well, I mean, at least you can see that there's two solutions. That graphics can give you that, a qualitative answer. How many solutions? Algebraic will give you a more precise answer. 16x to the 4th equals 625, x to the 4th equals 625 over 16, x equals plus or minus the 4th root of 625 over 16, which is plus or minus 2.5. That's a more exact answer. X minus 5 to the 4th minus 80 equals 0. Well, graph that, you can see that it's at 2, it's solved at 2 points. What they are, we find algebraically. X minus 5 to the 4th minus 80 equals 0. X minus 5 to the 4th equals 80. X minus 5 equals plus or minus the 4th root of 80. So x equals 5 plus or minus the 4th root of 80. So that's where these 2 points are. Here they ask to solve graphically. X to the 4th equals 10 minus x to the 3rd. Well, okay, algebraic methods require using the 4th degree equation. And I've seen the formula for a 4th degree equation. It's a whole page in fine print. What a mess. No, at this point, going to a graphing calculator is the logical way to go. So we have that, so you graph y equals, well, okay, what we'll do is we'll graph y equals x to the 4th minus 10 plus x cubed. It's a slightly wobbly looking curve, and it's clearly crosses the x-axis at 2 points. And by using various, well, okay, this calculator has a approximate solution app. And what you do is you scroll over to just left of the root, and then scroll over to just right of the root, and then scroll over to near as you can, press a button, and it churns a bit and then gives out this answer, 1.572. Scroll over to here, then here, then here, hit the button, and it turns out negative 2.092. So if you have a calculator or a scientific calculator, it can probably do that. Consult the handbook. Okay. Well, I'll stop the recording.